Maher called out CNN's Kaitlan Collins on the network's bias. Let's watch.
You made press because you were on Stephen Colbert's show, and he said something like, you guys at CNN just report the news straight. And the crowd burst into laughter.
CNN is the place where both sides can watch. And
I'm talking about the people on CNN. And what I know what the conservative side of America thinks, and I don't blame them. They were just gushing about how great a speech it was. And I think she did fine. I didn't think it was as good as they were making it out to be. It does look like tokenism. It's kind of like the same as The View. In a way, I feel like it's more insulting than what Trump does. And Trump says you're the enemy of the people, which is pretty bad. What she's kind of saying is, I don't need you. I'm not talking to you. You don't matter. You're not relevant anymore. To me, that's even worse than I hate you. It's like, I don't think about you.
I don't know if it's worse than denigrating the press on a daily basis, which is what Donald Trump.
Recently, we showed you Maher tearing into Kaitlan Collins for targeting Caroline Leavitt. And honestly, we thought that would be enough to make her back off. But no, Collins has doubled down. The CNN anchor is still launching desperate attacks on Leavitt, Trump, and Elon Musk. And Bill? He wasn't about to let that slide. This time, the takedown was even more intense, absolute fireworks. Fortunately, we've got all the receipts. Let's dive in.
Money and weapons if you're elected. What's the answer?
If I'm president, I will have that war settled in one day, 24 hours. It'll be absolutely
Do you want
over.
Ukraine to win this war?
I don't think in terms of winning and losing. I think in terms of getting it settled so we stop killing all these people.
Can I just follow up on that because that's a really important
Excuse me,
statement
let me
that
just
you just
follow
made
up.
there. Can you say if you want Ukraine or Russia to win this war?
I want everybody to stop dying. They're dying. Russians and Ukrainians. I want them to stop dying.
We'll get to the brutal takedown in a moment. But first, let's talk about why Maher, a guy who voted for Biden, now sounds like he's siding with Republicans. The truth is, woke journalists have been laying traps for Trump long before the last election, and leading the charge is none other than Kaitlan Collins. In the clip we just saw, the CNN anchor was clearly fishing for a gotcha moment, something to paint Trump as unfit for office. The question she asked was a trap. If Trump said he wanted Ukraine to win, they'd accuse him of risking World War III. If he sided with Russia, they'd call him a traitor. It was a lose-lose setup for the former president. But Trump's no rookie. He sidestepped it effortlessly, saying he didn't want to see any more lives lost, Ukrainian or Russian. It was a smart, calculated response. But if there's one thing the woke media can't stand, it's losing control of the narrative. And they weren't about to let this one go.
Why you held on to those documents when you knew the federal government was seeking them and then had given you a subpoena to return them?
Are you ready? Are you ready? Can I talk?
Yeah, what's
you
the
mind?
answer?
Do you mind?
I would like for you to answer the question.
Okay, it's very simple to answer.
That's why I asked it.
It's very simple to, you're a nasty person, I'll tell you.
Oath, Trump wasn't having any of Kaitlan Collins's antics, and he called her out right on the spot. And honestly, he had every reason to. Instead of asking a direct question, Collins was layering her commentary, rambling on and eating up time like she was filibustering her own interview. A classic CNN move. It was clear this wasn't about getting real answers. Her goal was to corner Trump with a complex, no-win question, something designed to trip him up or, even better, trap him in a soundbite the media could replay for days. But Trump saw it coming from a mile away. Like a seasoned fighter, he bobbed, weaved, and slipped out effortlessly, then turned around and landed a devastating counterpunch. One moment, Kaitlan thought she had him boxed in. The next, she was the one scrambling to recover. Brutal. And to be fair, this wasn't her first attempt. But as always, Trump flipped the script right in her face. Still, she didn't back down. This time, she shifted her focus to Trump's son, Donald Trump Jr.
Just created by Donald
Trump. Okay, but can I say, you can't blame, and everyone wants your dad to be safe. No one wants the threats against his life to happen, but you can't blame the media for those threats. There's been no evidence that's what drove those.
And allows people to have a platform to call someone literally Hitler every day for 9 years, it creates it. Okay. Whether you want to believe it or not, that's a fact.
But as you know, J.D. Vance once likened your dad to Hitler as well. He questioned if he was America's.
This heated exchange came on the heels of the assassination attempt on Donald Trump. And Trump Jr. didn't hold back. He directly blamed the media, accusing them of fueling the attack by constantly comparing his father to Hitler. And honestly, he has a point. For nearly a decade, the media has relentlessly portrayed Trump as a dictator, a modern-day Hitler hell-bent on destroying America. They've mocked him, vilified him, and turned him into a caricature of evil. Then came that smug remark from Kaitlan Collins, casually pointing out that J.D. Vance once compared Trump to Hitler too, like that somehow justified the media's narrative. But here's the difference. Vance never had the media's platform, influence, or reach. His words didn't carry the same weight. And to be fair, he probably believed the media spin until he actually met Trump and saw firsthand
to bury the Hunter Biden.
You're talking about the press doing that?
He's saying that's what they did, and that is what they did. They buried the Hunter Biden story before the election because they were like, we can't risk having the election thrown to Trump. We'll tell them after the election.
And we know for a fact that that's what they did?
Of course. You don't follow this.
Saying you know for a fact that that's what they did? I don't know what they did.
I know, because you only watch MSNBC.
No, that's not true.
Bill Maher had finally had enough of the media's double standards. Kaitlan Collins and her colleagues have spent years crafting a one-sided narrative, casting Biden as a saint and Trump as the ultimate villain. They are not reporting the news, they are manufacturing it. Their obsession with protecting Democrats has fueled non-stop negative coverage of Trump, twisting his words, spinning every headline, and keeping the outrage machine running 24/7. But when the scandals involve their guy, total silence. Take Hunter Biden, for example. His laptop contained damning evidence of corruption, influence peddling, and shady foreign business deals.